So let's get some background story. Naruto's gonna be a little more hated, just a little, because he's training and people don't like that. Next, Gyro Zeppeli is gonna be in it. As you know, Gyro Zeppeli's from Part 7 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And this might have some spoilers, so if you haven't read it yet, just leave until you read it. But if you don't care or you already read the manga, then yeah, just continue. The Zeppelis are gonna be a clan that was extinct a long time ago because of the ability of spin. I'm doing part 7, not hormone, so yep. Yeah, spin. Anyway, let's get to it. So where we're gonna start off the story is he's a kid, he's at the orphanage. When he's four, he gets kicked out. He lives on the street for a while. And then Kakashi Hatsuke finds him. Tells the Hokage that, he's been found, Naruto Uzumaki, because third Hokage could not find him anywhere. So yeah. Anyway, he still gets his hotel thing. Oh yeah, apartment. Yeah. So, one day he was just training in the forest, those little drills that he did. And guess what? He saw a man with a horse. And you can guess who that is. Gyro Zeppeli. So he goes up to him very shyly. He's like, "Hey kid, what are you doing here?" He's like, he was kind of scared because all the villagers hated him. So he would just stay in there. He's like, "Can I get some help with training?" He's like, "I'm just a villager. How am I supposed to train you?" I don't know. He's like that. He's like, "Fine, kid. I'll teach you something." He's like, "Yay." He only teaches him some shuriken jutsu, like some things with shurikens, and then he's like, he's kind of good with shurikens. Maybe I should teach him in the spin. That's on his back of his mind. So after 2 weeks of going there and there over, and the Hokage wouldn't notice because he wouldn't care really, to be honest. I mean, he would care, but he has a lot of work, and yeah, he would visit him time to time still. So yeah. So eventually he does learn spin, but only little, not much. He only learns how to use it in fists. He knows how to use spin around his fists, kinda. So yeah. So, he won't learn that much chakra training because, it doesn't really use that much chakra, as you can see. So let's get into the gunning exam thing. So he would still fail actually because he only learned spin, that's it. And he would do better with the weapons tests because he got better shuriken jutsu by which Gyro. So yeah. Also, yeah, he still fails. So Mizuki tricks him. He goes to grab the scroll, the hidden scroll or something like that. And then he learns the Shadow Clone Jutsu. Iruka did the yada yada. Mitsuki threw the Fuma Shuriken. And then Iruka protected him. And then he did the Shadow Clone thing. But this time it would do more damage because he would actually add spin to the punches now. So it would do more damage. So we're done with that part now. He becomes a gunny. So let's start. They do their admire thingy. Sasuke does the same thing, Sakura the same thing. Naruto might have a different change because he might say, he's still gonna want to become the Hokage, but he might want to not because he could see that dude that kept just screw the idea that I just did there. He still wants to become Hokage. Anyway, so Kakashi says, "Don't eat or you'll puke for the next test for tomorrow." This time he meets up with Gyro again, and then Gyro decides to teach something very deadly to him. He's teaching him a lot about spin now, about how it works and how useful it can be in situations. And he gave him 3 balls from Gyro. See, 3 balls. I'm not talking about balls. I'm talking about like actual balls. And he says, "Can you please add spin to this as much as you can?" Sure. Then he sees an eye like coming out of the hole that has in the balls. He's like, ah, and jumps away. He's like, yeah, yeah. And then gives him like, don't you have I forgot. Just, I'll teach you one more thing. He teaches him how to use the golden rectangle. It's very hard to master, and he only learned a bit about it. He can't use it, but he did learn about it. So yeah. So let's get to the gunning exams. I mean, not the gunning exams, Team 7's battle versus Kakashi. So, because Naruto still kind of has the same personality, Sasuke and Sakura still jump back, but Naruto just stands there and decides to make some shadow clones at the beginning for some reason. Kakashi doesn't know why, but he just does. So the shadow clones go back to hide for some reason. And then Naruto begins to attack. And, Kakashi starts, just holding him back, because Naruto isn't adding spin yet because he's cocky. And then he starts adding spin to them. And Kakashi feels something on his hand, like something weird energy spinning his hand until it broke one of his bones in his fingers, like, ow! And Naruto's like, huh, you're so cocky now, huh? He takes that advantage and decides to just end it all. He blitzes him and kicks him in the back. He flies away. But the shadow clones actually pop out now, and one of them throws one of the spin balls infused with a lot of spin. He's like, and he dodges it. But it's still charged with spin. So it just comes back and hits him with less spin, but the ball's spinning more. Not the technique spin, but like literally spinning. So yeah. Sasuke takes this opportunity to launch a fireball jutsu. And he launches it. And then, Kakashi gets burned. And Sakura's still hiding, like she's doing nothing. Kakashi and Sasuke get into a taijutsu battle. Eventually, Kakashi wins the taijutsu battle. And sorry for stuttering a lot. I don't know why. So yeah. Then